Hey guys, how you doing? It's Nate from TheStyleDogg, and in today's video, I'm gonna be doing a tag video. I know I don't typically do these kind of videos, but I saw this one the other day on a YouTube channel called Soothingsista. Her name is Stephanie Villa. She's from the States. She has a really cool YouTube channel where she does, fashion stuff, beauty, makeup, she does vlogs. So she did this tag video the other day called First Date Tag, and she'd actually taken it from someone else. I'm gonna take it from her, but I am gonna be putting the male perspective spin on it. So some of the questions I've actually had to alter. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Okay guys, so question number one is, how long does it take you to get ready for a first date? And because yes, I am a male, I don't have the whole makeup routine thing, so it takes me generally about an hour to get ready. That's because I tend to fart ass around and go on YouTube or Instagram, and I kind of get distracted really easy, so it probably takes me about half an hour to get ready. But in terms of choosing what I'm gonna wear, I generally know my wardrobe pretty well, and I know what things I'm gonna wear or kind of what I'm gonna wear, so it doesn't take me too long to pick and choose items. And as well as all I need to really do is have a shower and I'm good to go. So I'm gonna say for the first question, it's gonna take me about an hour. Question number two is, what is your idea of a perfect date? Now, this question is pretty broad. My idea of a perfect date is a date where I get to learn a lot about the other person. That is my idea of a really good date. And if you're thinking about it in terms of where to go, I think going to a place that is kind of interactive, or where there's something that you can talk about or subject matter. So I'm gonna talk about my first date when I went out with Kat, my girlfriend now. We went to an art exhibition to see a really cool artist. So there was a lot to talk about. There was a lot of subject matter, and it was good because we could kind of look at something and then talk to each other about it. So it kind of gave us something to talk about. So if you haven't really spent time with this person that you're going on a first date with, it's the first time you've really actually truly met up, you might want to do something like that. Maybe even, ice cream and then a walk on the beach. So there's other things you guys can talk about because you're surrounded by other things. If you say let's meet up for coffee, and you're sitting there at the table and it's you and her and you're sitting there, and it could be a little bit awkward if there's that awkward silence that you might get. Having things surrounding you to talk about always makes it a little bit easier. But yeah, perfect date would be finding out as much information as I can about that person, knowing if me and her are gonna click, and it's a good time for you to ask a lot of questions as well. What they're into, what their hobbies are, do they have pets, what their family's like, do they have brothers and sisters. Ask all these questions, and it's a good filling out process. Number three is, what would you wear on a first date? So on the first date, you want to keep it pretty simple. You want to wear things that you have already worn before, things that you look good in, something that you're comfortable in and that you're confident in. You don't want to go out and buy a new shirt or a new jacket and kind of be a little bit umming and ahhing about it, and then wear it, and then the whole date you're kind of thinking does this look good? It doesn't feel very comfortable, the tag's scratching me, I don't like the material, I'm getting a rash. These are all things that can kind of hinder your first date. So wear something that you've worn before, looks good, you've had compliments about it before, and something that is, you. Because, if you wear something that's not you, and then, you might be giving a false kind of expectation of who you are kind of thing. So just be you. So for me personally, I'd wear, Vans, socks, colorful socks, skinny leg jeans, cheap Mondays, something like that, and then a plain shirt, and then maybe a throw over, so a button up shirt that I kind of leave unbuttoned, and then a hat, some kind of hat, because I don't really like doing my hair that much. So a beanie or a fire panel like what I'm wearing now is something that I'd probably wear, because that's what I feel most confident in and most comfortable in. So keep it simple, guys. Don't overthink it. That's the thing. Do not overthink it. So question four is, I've altered for, the male perspective, like I said earlier, and it was, for females, it was what, makeup would you wear on the first date? Obviously I don't wear any makeup, so I've changed it to what cologne would you wear on a date? Because for guys, wearing a cologne is kind of it. You don't have any makeup, you can't really do too much, but you can smell really good. So when I was younger, one of the colognes I used to wear was Aqua de Jour. I really, really love that smell, that cologne. I don't wear it anymore, I don't have it, but I do remember when I was coming up and I was a young pup and I'd go on first dates, I would always wear that. I just felt like it was a sexy smell and a manly smell, and I really liked it. So Aqua de Jour was my go-to cologne to wear on first date. Okay, question 5. When the bill comes, do you split it or do you pay? Now it's pretty simple, guys. If you've asked the girl out on the date, I feel like you should pay. If she's asked you out on a date, maybe, you know, she's gonna pay, or you can just split it. But I think, you know, to keep it kind of old school and kind of customary, I would always pay on the first date. But in saying that, I do remember when I did go out with Kat on our first date, she bought lunch and I was like, wow, like, this is a really sweet gesture, and I was kind of, you know, taken aback from it. But that night I did pay for dinner. So it is a bit of a tit and a tat kind of thing, and that's what I like in a relationship. I like a relationship, you know, where the girl can stand on her own and, you know, she doesn't need the guy to pay for everything. That's just always nice. And yeah, but like I said, for the question, I think it always is nice for the guy to pay. Okay, so last question, and I think this is the most important question. So it's time to say goodbye and you really like this person. Do you wave? Do you shake hands? Do you give him a peck on the cheek, or do you give him a full-on smoochie? So guys, this is one of those questions that's pretty open-ended. It really is gonna depend on how the date went, I guess. You're gonna kind of catch vibes. So let's just say, best case scenario, everything's going perfect. You know, she's shown sign that she likes you, and you like her, and you know, you're feeling her, and she's feeling you and all that, and you've like maybe broken the touch barrier a few times. You know, one, I'll go for a kiss. If you're a little bit unsure, the worst thing is to go in for a kiss and she doesn't want to give you a kiss. So be safe and maybe just, you know, lean in, give her a little bit of a hug, and then give her a peck on the cheek. You know, because that's the minimum you're gonna want from a first date. And then the maximum is, you know what I'm saying? Alright guys, that is my quick little video, my first date tag video. Thanks again to Soothingsista for giving me this idea. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Tell me what you do in these types of scenarios, or what your answers are to some of these questions. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.